Hey, chiropractors, welcome to Modern Chiropractic Mastery with your host, Dr. Kevin Christie, where we discuss the latest in marketing, business, and professional growth with some of the leading experts in the industry. Hey, docs, welcome to another episode of Modern Chiropractic Mastery. This is your host, Dr. Kevin Christie, and today, as in every year in December, I do an episode where we do our positive focus for the year and a little bit about my vision for the next year. I spent a lot of time towards the tail end of November and then into December on working on this and really getting clear. I think the big thing, I start with the positive focus, and I learned that from Strategic Coach, is to look at what was positive for the year, because undoubtedly there was struggles. I mean, whether it's your personal or professional life, there is hard stuff. That is life, and I think the more you can become resilient at that and understand it, the better you'll be for it, and, one of the ways to do that is have some gratitude for the positives. That helps offset some of the negatives in a lot of times. I mean, it's just life and business is hard, and you have to be able to navigate that, and so I like to look back on the positives, and so I'll start out with that today. First is we had a lot of great family trips. We did our 2-week trip in the summer up in the Carolina mountains, got a cabin there. That was great. The family tagged along to Key Largo Mastermind in January. They were with me in Whitefish, Montana in the summer. They were also with me in Charleston, South Carolina for our mastermind in April. So they were with me on a lot of those trips, and we did a bunch of local stuff as well. But overall, was a lot of great family trips and experiences, and excited to continue that. We had a really good time. Second was the mastermind groups went really good in 2025. We've got the full group in the East. That is 25 members. We were in Key Largo, Charleston, Boston, and then we were in New Orleans. The West group is growing, and one of the positives is that we filled even more, and we're getting close to our 25 going into next year. But our West group had a great year as well. Just really enjoyed the year. Last year we started in Park City, Utah. That was awesome. Then we were in Boise, Idaho, which was a very underrated city. We had a great time there. And then we were in Whitefish, Montana. And again, we had the East-West meetup in New Orleans, and just overall went really good presenters, good group. Our return rate is just, honestly, at this point, it's ridiculous how good our return rate is, and I'm proud of that. Since we started the mastermind in 2022, it's been the one thing I've been really proud about, is the amount of people that come back each year because they're seeing the benefit of the group, the ROI, the accountability, the camaraderie, getting away from their business for a little bit, bringing some family to some of the trips. Just been really cool to see. And so I was really proud of our effort and our group and the members and how everybody helps each other out in 2025. Let's take a break from today's episode and announce our first sponsor. This is going to be Propel Marketing and Design. I've known Darcy Sullivan for years. We've worked hand in hand on my websites. I don't trust anybody else to do the search engine optimization. She does a great job. There's so much to it. A lot of the lingo and the words are beyond my comprehension, but it's just amazing work that she does. And if you're really going to get results with Google, you have to make sure your website is SEO optimized. And I really don't want you doing it yourself as a chiropractor. So you just have to have this type of stuff done. And if you're looking to get more organic online traffic that pulls in new patients, Propel Marketing and Design is currently offering chiropractors who listen to this podcast a free SEO website review. The free review will help you uncover methods that will improve your website and boost your search engine visibility. Head over to propelyourcompany.com/chiropractor and schedule your free SEO website review. You won't regret it. She gets great results. Your website needs this. Your search results need this. Head on over there to propelyourcompany.com/chiropractor to get your free SEO website review. Next was Chiro. We had our best revenue year, and that was cool to see. Definitely still some bumps in the year. We had just a really great January to June. July, August, September in South Florida is just hard to navigate. We tried a couple things to improve that a little bit. Wasn't terrible, but wasn't what I'd like it to be. And then we've had a good October, November, and we digested the physical therapy group that was running for me for 7 years. They left in October, and we have navigated that well. It's been actually nice. Really excited about that, and that's been a positive. Something that might have been that was a concern. I thought we had a good plan around it, but it ended up being a positive. We had our best revenue. We just got to clean up a couple things in the middle of the year and towards the end of the year, and see if we can improve that. But overall, a really good year. And then lastly, with MCM, we had a 23% growth in revenue as I record this, which is the middle of December, and I can kind of track the rest of the month because we're mostly recurring revenue. We're going to end up with a 23% growth in revenue, and even more importantly, in impact, right? More mastermind members, more coaching members, online course members, people, our podcast numbers are up. We did a student business workshop that filled up. That was great. We just had a lot more things out there, and it's been cool to see the growth that we've had in a short period of time since we started coaching in 2019. That's when we started the podcast in 2017, and we started the coaching in 2019. We started Chiropractic Success Academy with FTCA and Bobby Maybe in 2018, sometimes incremental and then sometimes exponential, but I'll take a 23% growth. If I can do that every year, I'd be real happy. So yeah, just really cool to see the growth within MCM and how we're helping doctors and how it's just been cool. We've added some really cool collaborations. We got some things in 2026 we're excited about. And so overall, just some big positives in 2025, not without its obstacles, but overall a very good year. I'm so excited about that. Let's take a short break for one of our great sponsors, TrackStat. It is a new type of software plugin for your EHR that combines patient communication, marketing, automation, and statistics with patient and employee tracking. Built by chiropractors for chiropractors, it shows your team what to focus on each day. See patient visit habits, missing information, unpaid bills, insurance collection visit average, and more. Great visibility of data so you can focus on filling your office with your best patients. When you can see what your staff and patients are doing or not doing and take action accordingly, your profits naturally grow. Take TrackStat for a test drive in your office with our free trial. Not a techie? No problem. We can help. To get started on your free trial, visit trackstat.org and watch the demo. That is trackstat.org. Now, going into 2026, I kind of break down our vision. For me, it's personal, it's MCM, it's health fit, my private practice. On our personal side, we're going to continue with the trips. My wife's coming with me to Park City, which will be our first East Mastermind. Yeah, we're bringing the East Coasters over to the West, and then the whole family's coming with me to Tucson, Arizona for the West, and whole family's coming to Tampa. Then we are going to Sonoma. My wife and I will be in Sonoma for the West, and we'll be in Bar Harbor, Maine. I'm bringing the whole family for our East meeting. And then on top of that, really excited, a little bit nervous, but we've burned the ships. We've paid the big deposits. We bought the flights. We got the rental car. We will be doing our first 6-week immersion trip in all of June and partial of July. That's going to be in the UK, mostly in the Cotswolds, but we will have a little bit on the coast, a little bit in London. But we're going to be doing that each summer. And a lot of work that's come to fruition on that 5-year vision that my wife and I have had. And still a couple things to tie up, but I'm confident we're on good pace with that. And so that's a big personal vision for 2026. From a health perspective, doing pretty well. Been staying on top of the longevity thing, blood work, all the stuff. I'd like to shave off about 5% body fat, probably 8 or 9 pounds. But did a lot with strength training this year and supplements, and definitely felt good about strength and muscle gain. but definitely got to clean up the body fat just a little bit. I got my VO2 max test done recently and resting about metabolic rate. RMR was good. VO2 max was shitty. I gotta improve that. So I've got a game plan there to decrease body fat a little bit, decrease the weight just a bit, not a lot, and get the VO2 max improved. So that is my personal vision. Then with MCM, I kind of set a number of where I want revenue to get to. And I said, okay, how do we get there in 3 years? And it would take 22% growth. We had 23% over the next few years. So I set that a goal. I want to grow revenue by 22%. We've had good profit too. So the revenue growth has come with good profit, and we really try to abide strictly by the profit margins that we want to adhere to. I think we're going to increase revenue pretty well in 2026. Think it's going to. I think in 2026 we may not see an expansion in profit percentage and somewhat into an amount. We'll definitely have more profit, but I'm looking at a revenue goal actually, which I don't do often. But I'm looking at a revenue goal in 26, and then in 27 have it match with a revenue and profit. So I'm gonna spend some money to get revenue. I'm gonna reinvest in the business to get some revenue. I'm gonna take some capital from 2025 and use that to get some growth goals that we have, which kind of brings me to why I might be spending some money into that, is that we are going to do a little bit of new branding, nothing crazy, but it's just a little bit. And then looking at certain things, working with a company of like, okay, I want to actually get a valuation of MCM. That evaluation of a practice, I want to get a valuation, but not because I'm not selling it. But I want to know where some of the improvements could be, right? And so one of the positives of valuation is it's like a investigation of your business, and they'll say, these are some of the issues that are depressing the valuation. And then you can solve that. And then if you can solve that, then you become more profitable, more revenue, and clean up some of the processes. And like you become a better business, right? Like one of the great things, like that book, Build to Sell, is if you build something to sell, it's so much more profitable and lucrative while you own it. And that's why I'm doing it, not to sell it. At least now, that's for sure. Right off in the sunset, not at this age. I got plenty of years of kids that are too expensive, right? But yeah, I just want to do that, and part of it might look like new CRM. Gonna take a look at the website, kick the tires on that, and there'll be a little bit of a tweak on the branding that I'll let y'all know in 2026. Let's take a short break from today's episode to tell you about the best decision I've made in my clinic in the last 10 years, and that has been adding shockwave therapy to our clinic. The outcomes have been really impressive. Certain conditions we were struggling with in the past, we're now seeing results with the shockwave therapy for that. And second of all, the ROI has been really good. You know, when you make a big investment in something, you want to see a return, and we're seeing that return in clinical outcomes and in our investment, and that's been really nice to see. I chose Keenest Medical for 4 reasons. One is the technology is top notch. You have to have great technology. There's a lot out there that isn't quite up to snuff. The second thing is they have a really good clinical training. They have an exclusive partnership with Academy of Shockwave Excellence so that you can become clinically proficient in shockwave. You do need to get skilled at it. I think that's a big differentiator between practices that are getting great results and seeing the ROI is they have a great clinical aspect to that as well. So you want to get trained appropriately. Third is they have in-house service team for all of your technical support, which is key when you're investing in a machine like this. And then lastly, they have a very in-depth marketing and business support for you so that you can launch this into your practice effectively, that you can get that ROI on it, that you can get the clinical outcomes. And they also have really good financing options if you need that. So go to keenestmedical.com, KINAS medical.com, mention MCM podcast and receive a free Shockwave in practice book with a purchase of a unit. So that's kinasmedical.com, KINAS medical.com, and mention MCM podcast. The other thing I'm excited about with Vision on MCM is I will be in the UK and gonna collaborate with Chris Chippendale over there at the UK, and we're gonna do a master class on the patient experience. We'll be letting you know more about that in January. But just email me, Kevin at modern-jockey.com if you're interested in being put on the list for that. It's gonna be a small group. We're gonna try to get 25 people there. We got some people from the mastermind. So the US based doc's gonna fly over there for it. But if you're in Europe or anywhere that you want to get to there, we'll be in London for that. So I'd love to see you. And so that's a little bit about the vision of 2026. Now I really tease this out. I'm not going to bore you with it, but I put a document together. I break out the finances of things, new financial kind of breakdown for next year. I get really into it. And this is something that we're doing. We do that with our coaching clients. I, if you haven't done coaching or if you've done it with us, I just highly recommend reach out to us. Go to our website, modernchiropracticmarketing.com. Let's have a conversation. We really want to help you with these types of visions and goals. But yeah, that's my MCM vision. Lastly, with Health Fit, our practice, I want to thrive with me unlimited care. I've knocked another day out. And so I'm 2 days a week, and then I will be gone for 6 weeks. All right. So we got to navigate that. So that's a big vision and goal. And me and Gage have been working through that. I'd like to have 15% growth in revenue in 2026. I've got some ideas around that. We're gonna raise our rates, and January 1st. We're bringing on Chiro Health USA to help us navigate all things fee schedules, and personal injury in Florida pays well. And then you got your cash rates, and we got Shockwave, and we're just trying to make sure we're doing everything compliant. And so we're going to do that. And then we got really clear on our critical number. One of the things, and this is what we're doing with a lot of our new clients now and even our existing ones, we had the Great Game of Business come speak to our East West New Orleans group. And we had one of their facilitators. And one of the things they talk about is a critical number. You can Google Great Game of Business and critical number, and you'll see some stuff on there. But a lot of times it's a deeper layer than what you expect. But ours, for our practice, is new patients. We're doing really well with the ones we get. Adherence is good. The buying packages. We got a lot of reactivations. Like we're doing a lot of things. But to grow how we need to improve our new patients. I don't think new patients is always the critical number. I have plenty of clinics I've coached that get just an absolute shit ton of new patients, but they have an adherence issue, right? Or they got good adherence, they got good new patients, but they do nothing for reactivations. They get no reactivations. And how do we do that, right? So there's like 7 or 8 things that could be a legitimate critical number for a practice. We're helping practices figure that out, and then literally just go all in on hitting that critical number. Incentivize it for your team, gamify it. That's all the stuff that the Great Game of Business talks about. And I know if we get our new patients up by 10 a month, the revenue is going to follow. So we're going to just, I was listening to Mr. Wonderful, I forget his full name, from Shark Tank. He was on a podcast and he talked about the big difference between successful people in business and not, is the successful ones can really focus on the signal and not as much the noise, where a lot of people are just spending too much with the noise. Like they're not doing the things, and in your heart of hearts, to achieve what you want in your practice, there are certain things, but you just find yourself dilly-dallying with all the noise. You're doing things that aren't really moving the needle and if you flip the switch on that and you focus 80%, he said 80% of your day on the signal and 20% of the noise, the goal, the results would be amazing. And so that's something that we're going to be doing in our practice. I'm helping chiropractors out with that. So if you're interested in that, again, reach out to us. But so we got really clear on our critical number, and we've been working on really dialing in what it would take. And you play like kind of a thought experiment around that. What would it take to get 10 more new patients, and how do we want to do it? So that is my vision for 2026. And if you need help with your vision for the year, for the next 3 years, one of the things we're doing with our new clients now is really getting clear on a critical number, having you tease out the 3-year vision. What are the opportunities and obstacles within that? Distill it down into 6 months. Let's attack it and help guide you there and get the results that you deserve that a lot of practices are getting that do take on coaching. So check us out, modernchiropracticmarketing.com. I wish you a phenomenal 2026. If you got banged up in 2025, don't worry about it. Come back strong in 26. One of the things I learned years ago from strategic coach is that some years are stabilizing years and some years are accelerating years. We just had an accelerating year in 2025 in both businesses, which was nice. And I'm looking for another accelerating year because I feel like we've done a lot of things to stabilize. And so excited about it. One book I'll give you is Science of Scaling by Ben Hardy. He's the one that also co-wrote with Dan Sullivan, Who Not How, and 10X is Easier than 2X. But Science of Scaling gives you some ideas. It's very expensive coaching, so it may not be right up your alley, but it's something that I'm really looking at the lens of with my clients that we coach. And so check out that book, Science of Scaling. You can either listen to it or read it. Have a great 2026 and have happy holidays. Enjoy yourself. Work hard to finish it, but enjoy family. And then I will talk to you in 2026. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. And if you want to make the shift from busy, broke, and broken to time-free and cash confident, or you just want to continue with the exponential growth, check us out at modernchiropracticmarketing.com. Look at the MCM Mastery tab, watch the short video on there, and check out what we are doing now for evidence-informed chiropractors. We are equal parts coaching and marketing done for you. Yes, you shoot some videos, we help you with campaign strategies and ideas and really become a thought leader in your community. You shoot those videos, you send them to us, we produce, edit, and brand them to you. Then we distribute them through all of your channels. We also take them and we turn it into one good blog per month. And every other month, we have Darcy Sullivan producing a robust blog with a topic that you pick from her database to help with your SEO. So we essentially become your content marketing agency to make sure your practice is always having ethical, elegant content marketing to help grow your practice. On the coaching side, we also help you with everything from marketing ideas to business, communications, finances, anything practice growth, and really try to help prevent you from being stuck on that island. And we hold you accountable. We have a great group of doctors that are just doing amazing things. And we look forward to help you out to take that next step in your practice. So again, check us out at modernchiropracticmarketing.com and learn more.